Alright, well, we just got to the track here. So I have back-to-back weekends of karting. Obviously, this is the second weekend of the two. So, yeah, we're coming off a win from last weekend, and hopefully we can go back-to-back. But, yeah, we're here on Saturday practice, and then we'll have a race tomorrow, obviously. So, yep, we'll get some footage from practice, and yeah, this race is a Gold Rush race, so there's going to be quite a few karts here, quite a few drivers. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be way more karts than a usual NNKC weekend. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe like 15 to 17 karts, maybe. I don't know, something like that. But yep, well, let's go ahead, head down to the track and practice. Alright, so we're about halfway through practice here on Saturday. So, yeah, overall we have pretty solid speed. We're about equal with everyone else. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be in the mix. Obviously, there's also the people coming from California for the Gold Rush are also pretty good. So, it's going to be pretty competitive tomorrow, to be honest. It's just, again, going to come down to the racing, and we'll just have to plan our moves right and all that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do. We've been messing with the gears and all that stuff, so yeah, we'll just see. We'll just keep making adjustments and see what's the best. So let's go ahead into the second half of practice. we just finished practice here. Overall, I'm pretty exhausted. It's kind of a long day, but yeah, overall we're pretty good. Have some confidence going in tomorrow. It's just it's all really hot out here, so I guess it's good for the track, but it's yeah, it's really hot over here. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of exhausted. But yeah. Well, overall, best time was at 50.6 earlier in the day, but we were drafting, so that's not too relevant. We were running 50.9 consistently, so overall pretty good. Yeah, it's really just come down to the racing because pretty much everyone's really close to each other, as per usual. So, yep, we'll go ahead and head to race day here on Sunday. Alright, well, it's race day here in NNKC Race 3, so yeah, it's race day here. We got practice coming up soon. We just finished the drivers' meeting, so yeah, we're going to have practice and then a qualifying and heat race in the main as usual. So yeah, if you watched previous vlogs, you pretty much know how the whole race day is going to go. So yeah, should be interesting here this weekend, and yeah, hopefully we can go back-to-back wins. So see you down at the track in practice. So here we are heading out on track for warm-up, just trying to get the tires up to temperature. You see us weaving. Caden's in front of me. We are second in line right now. So yeah, warm-up, just all about getting ready for qualifying and basically warming up, as that's what the session's called, warm-up. So yeah, just the session doesn't really matter all that much. It's just more preparation for qualifying and trying to get the fastest lap you can there. And so here we go, heading out, turn 5. Obviously not much happened on this out lap, but I'm still going to show it as we make a little mistake in turn 6. But yeah, just showing out lap here. Obviously we have GoPro footage now for the rest of the session, so yeah, that's good. But heading through turn 8 and 9, obviously not much happened for a little bit in this session until Owen gets up my inside into turn 7 here. He gets around me, which I was actually kind of glad about because I was able to see his lines a little bit, and that helps me get in the rhythm more, and that definitely helped me because I might have not been driving very well in qualifying if he had not gone from me. So thank you, Owen, for that. But yeah, the next time by through turn 8 and 9, there's actually there's a cart on the right there, and there's actually a red flag. And it wasn't for that cart stopped. It was actually for someone flipping. I don't really know how that happens in warm up, but yeah, that ends the session early, so we didn't get all the laps in warm up. But regardless, we had to qualify. Alright, well, we just finished warm up, about to head into qualifying. So yeah, overall warm up wasn't really the best session for us. Obviously better than last weekend where we spun out warm up, but still overall, I mean, we're 2/10 off, but I think we have way more speed than that, so I think we can do pretty good in qualifying. And yeah, we're gonna try to obviously go for pole, and maybe talking about track records again. I mean, maybe a track record can be broken again today. It's just Caden's record last year. He set it at this track last year in the last race. Yeah, that one's gonna be fairly hard to beat. It's a 50.9, which is where I was running in practice and where it was hot. So that's gonna be a pretty hard one to beat. But I mean, we'll see though. If we can pick up a draft, then it's definitely possible because that's how Caden got it last year. So, yep. Well, we're qualifying up next, and yep, we'll go ahead and head into qualifying. So we are heading out, so we're about to head out on track here under the grid here in qualifying, as we're about to get sent out. They obviously spaced us out for qualifying. But here we go, heading out on track for qualifying here. Just trying to get the fastest lap time we can and maybe try to go for a track record. As here we go, heading down into turn 1. Just gotta get the tires up to temperature, and pretty much the last maybe 3 laps are what's gonna be the fastest laps. So we gotta set up for those 3 laps. So here we go, just trying to warm up the tires. As you see, we're about to start our first lap here in qualifying, or not first lap, or second lap, I believe. Here we go, heading through turns 1 and 2, pretty clean there. Is heading up into turn 3. Here we go, heading up into turn 3. Overall, pretty solid lap here. We're trying to maybe catch Owen here, because if we can, that we can draft off him, and that would give us a really good chance of getting into pole position. And we were definitely gaining on him, but it's still a really big gap to close in 5 laps in qualifying. So it's definitely tough. As we head out turn 6 and turn 7, gotta be as smooth as possible here, not scrub any speed, and heading up into turn 8 and 9. Overall, pretty clean lap for us as we head down the front stretch into turn 1 and 2. Again, this lap should theoretically be a little bit faster, unless we make a mistake just like that. And yep, that pretty much killed our momentum there. Then the next lap into turn 1 and 2, same mistake. We make the same mistake. And then into turn 1 and 2, one more time on the white flag here. We gotta hope to not make that mistake again, and we do. And we go off into the gravel again. And we finish qualifying as we pull into pits, qualify P5 for the heat race. So unfortunate qualifying. We just made the same mistake 3 times in a row. So yep, we head to the heat race though. Alright, we're qualifying, just finished up. Not really just finished up, because yeah, we're like on lunch break right now. But yeah, overall quite a rough qualifying. Just, you know, wish it could have been a better spot. We're 5th right now, so, or we're 5th, I don't know why I said right now, but yeah, we're 5th, so not a great spot. But the main reason why I'm there is because I made the same mistake 3 laps in a row as you saw. So it was a rough qualifying. I was really trying to push, and I think I just overdrove it a little bit, and that's likely what caused me to make those mistakes. So yeah, I mean, it's what it is, you know. I mean, usually I'm not that good of a qualifier anyway. I'm usually better in the race, so 5th isn't great. I got a little bit mad after qualifying because I did not want to be in 5th, but it's better than being on the outside at least, because we don't want what happened earlier in the season, race 2. We don't want that to happen, where we get shoved off on the outside or stuff. And there's a lot of, and the California kids could be a wild card. I don't really know how they're gonna race, so because I haven't raced them in forever. So yeah, going to the heat race, we're just gonna try to at least get to the top 3, and then that'll set us up to hopefully go for a win in the main event, which is all that really matters. So yep, we'll go ahead and head into the heat race. Here we go, we're about to go racing here for the heat race. Here we go, pacing through turn 8 and 9, and here we go. And we are green flag racing here for the heat race. Here we go, heading down into turn 1. There's some moves behind, but we follow in here, maybe trying to get to P4. We're side by side. We're P5. Here we go. We hang on the outside turn 3 though. We're up the inside of Jeremy here, and we kind of push him a little wide there, so it's hard to Jeremy. But yeah, we get up into I believe the 4th position. Here we go, heading down through turn 6 here. We're right on the rear bumper of 3rd as we head down the back stretch here. Yeah, we're pretty much just all in a pretty big train right now. Here we go, heading through turn 8 and 9. There's a mistake from the person behind me,
But yeah, lap 1 complete, pretty clean so far. As you see, here we go. Is there some dirt? Also, that's someone spun. I believe that was Owen that spun into the dirt. So that's another spot right there. That's up to 3rd. So here we go. Now a few laps later here, trying to look for P2 here. But also in this process, Caden is absolutely gone. So I don't think there's going to be a chance of catching him. But we are pretty fast, so we'll see. Here we go. Heading onto the front stretch. You can't see it. Obviously, it's the rear footage. But we're right there. And here we go. We go for the dive to the inside of Luca here, who's one of the Gold Rush people. But yeah, we get up to P2. As here we go. Pretty late in the race here. We just were not able to catch Caden, as Luca is now right here. And here we go. Heading up into turn 7. He goes for the move, and we fall down to P3. But I was actually okay with that because 3rd is actually better than 2nd. It's a better starting spot because 3rd is on the inside and you have less of a risk of being pushed out. But here we go, heading through the final few corners here. Yeah, it's looking like we just didn't want to get aggressive with Luca because we're fine with P3. Just here we go up to the line. It's going to be P3 in the heat race.
Oh, the heat race is finished up. Yeah, overall really good. It was just that he was all about just making up spots, making up for that rough qualifying, and that's pretty much what we did. Obviously, just got nice and aggressive and was able to get to 2nd. I put on to 3rd. I think I mentioned though in the recap, in the heat race recap, the voiceover, I probably mentioned that I wanted to stay in 3rd, so I didn't want to force it on Luca. I was really just, as soon as Luca got around me, I didn't really want to force it because 3rd is actually a better spot on the starts because 2nd sometimes gets pushed out wide, and that allows the 3rd place car to get up to 2nd. So yeah, overall the 3rd place is pretty good. Hopefully I can be 2nd out of turn 1, and then we can just draft and try to get the win. So yep, well, let's go ahead and head to the main event, and hopefully we remember to turn on the GoPros. So yeah. Alright.
Here we go. It's time for the main event here. Starting P3. And here we go. Up to the green flag. We're green flag racing here for NNKC race 3. Here we go. Heading down into here. Ooh, there's a little bit aggressive there. There's a perfect start for us. We get up into the 2nd position. So yeah, we get to P2 just as I was talking about. 3rd is a really good spot to be in. Because we're right there with Caden here. We're just trying to settle in here and just try to keep up with Caden here. Because obviously we need to try to stay with Caden, because if not, then he's pretty much just going to get away. And when he gets away, there's no catching him. So yeah, here we go, heading down into turn 7 here. We have a little bit of help from behind also. But yeah, here we go, heading down the back stretch into turn 8 and 9. Just trying to stay there, try to be in that mix for the win here. Here we go to complete lap 1. You see Jeremy pulling out a line here, making a move, and he might actually go for a 2-for-1 here. Yes, he will. So Jeremy gets up into the 3rd position. So good move for Jeremy. But just a few laps later here, we are pretty far ahead of those 4 carts behind us. Yeah, we just pretty much walked away. But it was at this point of the race also, about halfway through the race, Caden was starting to run away. So yeah, we just didn't have the pace for him after about halfway, and I don't know if the tires fell off or what, but yeah, we just didn't quite have the pace for Caden after about halfway. So he started to walk away. It was fairly lonely for us for most of the race, just pretty much setting qualifying laps. But here we go. This race is so boring. We're already on the final lap here. Caden has walked away. But here we go. There's a lapper right in front of us. We go for the dive in turn 6. We get really loose. You're really loose, and those, you see the lapper, it went into the short route there. I pretty much went to the inside 6, but he didn't see me there until last second, so I kind of scared him, so apologies to him. But heading through the final corners here, it's going to be a very, very solid P2 finish in race 3 here for NNKC.
We just finished the main event. Overall, really exhausted. That was a long race, but yeah, overall pretty solid. Just didn't have really the pace. I think we set the tire pressure a little bit too high, so that's why I just started to fall off toward the end. And yeah, it was just overall, I didn't really have the pace to keep up with Caden. He was just so fast, and yeah, congrats to him. Yeah, I did not have the pace. We got second, so it's still pretty good. So yeah, I'll take second. I just feel like I did all I really could have, because I just really didn't have the pace to win. So yeah, next race is going to be in like a month, so we got to get a pretty big break. It's obviously the KPX race, but we're not going to do that. So yeah, as of now, I don't know if things will change, but yeah, as of now, we're not going to do the KPX race. So yep. Well, we'll go ahead and head to the podium, and yep, if I don't do a recap at my house or whatever, I guess bye. I don't know, but yeah, thanks for watching. If I don't do one, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Here you go, Jared.
Hold them up, guys.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job, good job.